So here you are, you founded a business and talk about excitement initially and at the same time daunting, right? How do I pull this off? How do I get this product or service that I dreamed up into the world? And not an easy task using traditional business practices, very difficult task, and why 50% of startups fail. Most advice that you're going to get, even from the top business schools, is old news. And a lot of business practices that we have been following since the Industrial Revolution are outdated and haven't actually been necessary for decades. COVID-19 helped wake a lot of the world up. Hey, maybe we don't have to work this way. Maybe we can have more flexibility in our lives. Maybe we can actually have time for our families. And those organizations and managers and leaders that freaked out about that because the only way they thought they could get any productivity out of anybody was to control them and watch over their shoulders and have them physically present, know that they were working. It's so sad. It is so sad. So 99% of people, I believe, go to work wanting to do a great job. Let them. Let them get out of their way. What they need is good process, and they need to understand what exactly they're there for. Why are they there? What value is the organization delivering? What's the best way that we deliver it? It certainly isn't by dividing everyone up in that delivery process into individual departments and sub-departments with different leaders, with different ideas. Some are climbing ladders, some are only politicians. They're certainly not leaders, right? Weak managers, weak leaders, the occasional naturally empowering leader that is struggling in the hierarchy because they can't ever create a bigger influence because they're not political. Now, this happens in even the smallest organizations, folks. So don't think your startup that right now is super collaborative because there's 10 of you. As you scale and grow, isn't going to become bureaucratic because it will. It will, as long as you follow traditional business practices. Now, in my book, What CEOs Need to Know, I have 14 traditional business practices outlined that all need to be retired. And then I recommend 14 new ones that are proven practices. A successful organization, in my eyes, is that the people are happy. They're delivering their innate talents. They are passionate about their work. You know, I can remember working in corporate America and coming home so disillusioned, I couldn't be present with my children. I had been beat so hard because I was always bringing change, right? Which is why most employees avoid ever bringing up any recommendation because they're just going to get pummeled. But I'm thick-headed and I would continue to drive change, drive transformation, actually. And so my solutions, although they would work, were often not implemented because the leader didn't want anybody to know that there was that much opportunity in their backyard. Well, in any hierarchy, I don't care who you are, I'm going to find tons of opportunity in your department and in any company, tons of opportunity for improvement. It's easy. That's easy. But what matters at the end of the day, if everyone's talking about people are so important, then why are depression and suicide rates rising at dramatic, especially in healthcare? It's incomprehensible to me. And yet we keep sticking to the old way and putting band-aids on things. Oh, now we'll create a position called a customer experience manager. Why haven't you always cared about customer experience? Now you suddenly need a manager for it? Why isn't the organization designed to be customer-centric in the first place? These are my questions. So I put this out here just so you begin to recognize that you've been brainwashed all your life. You've been brought up in these paradigms. It's not your fault. that this is how you do business. And guess what? It doesn't have to be this way. It can really be simple. There can be so much more freedom and prosperity for everyone in the organization. There can be so much joy. And we can deliver value to the world. And those organizations that aren't delivering value, they should go by the wayside. Make room for those that will. So if you're one of those leaders and you're trying to scale your organization, then let's have a conversation. Let's do it right the first time. You will be set up to win.